chasing what only a dream, break from the scheme. Waking up at dawn, all my fears are gone. I won't stop today, never, never, not today. Rise above it all, not gonna fall. Step by step I go, faster than the flow. Broke through every chain, I will not be contained. In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, there's a tale unfolding under the cover of night. The Federal Bureau, they've come to play, investigating whispers in the light of day. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. This house of a scandal, more than it seems. Allegations fly like shadows on the wall in the halls of power where the mighty fall. Bankruptcy fraud, they say he devised. Keith Freeman's game in the public eye. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keith Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. This house of a scandal, more than it seems. So here we stand as the truth unfolds. In the south suburb, the story is told. Mayor Henyard's fall, Keith Freeman's light. A tale of corruption brought into the light.
Good evening, everybody. Man, oh man, are we here? Really hope this town regains control of the town. Yeah, I hope so. I really do too. Did you tap that button? Tapped it. Yeah, I tapped it. You tapped it. Goes so good. Forgot to, but now, yeah, you did. Oh, excellent. Victor, you've been following this for a while. This merit slash supervisor is out of control. Yeah, there you go. Victor, I was following it closely thanks to Shizzy with all the crazy cases. I've missed a lot. You really haven't missed a whole lot. And we're going to cover a lot of what you probably missed because I've probably missed it too. Yeah, there's a few Dolton, but there's also some good people there. And that's what we want to bring. Gil Ritchie, good to see you. Evening, Gil Ritchie. So wonderful to have you here. This is wonderful. You live in Illinois. You hear more about this on national media than it's being covered in Illinois. There's a reason why. They like to keep that stuff sort of toned down because, you know, you don't want to bring too much attention to your town. But yeah, this is and you're going to hear quite a bit more tonight. There is one video that will go along with this, but mostly I just wanted to pull up some of these court pleadings that they had that were put out in a pretty recent time, and it was pretty important for me to get those in there. It was and the meeting is pretty long, but there's some stuff that led up to this. Oh, doggone it. Why does it do that? Doggone it. Stop. All right, here we go. Let me bring this stuff up for you, and we're going to flow through some of this pretty quick. Good to see you, Squid. Good to see you, Cynthia. Good to see you. So what we have here is what was filed in the court. Now, this was filed on October 21st, 2024. Let me get over here and pull this thing up. There we go. Why is it gone blue? Okay. So this right here is The plaintiffs were Tiffany Henyard, Mayor of Village of Dolton, Stanley Brown, Andrew Holmes, and they're going after the village clerk, the Tammy Brown, Brittany Norwood, Jason House, Kiana Belcher, trustees. And this was filed. So it says the case comes for the clerk, temporary restraining orders, defendants, motion rule for 137. This is so this was the plaintiffs. This would be Tiffany Henyard put this in there. Plaintiff's motion to drop trustee Stanley Brown as plaintiff is not objected to by defendants. Granted, plaintiff's motion for temporary restraining order is denied for failure to file verified pleadings. Plaintiff was allowed to proceed. Defendant's motion for rule, more pleadings. And you got some gas, don't you, buddy? That's stanky, bud. My dog just came in here and farted, like love bombed. Man, what a bastard. He does that shit. I was like, what the hell are you thinking, man? Come in here. Man, dude, you need to get that checked. Get that checked. Dude. Whew. Man. So they basically dismissed a few people from it. And then, of course, this stuff will be resolved. What do we have here? December 12th, 2024. It's going to be continued December 11th. And this was done on October 21st. Now, they came in and they filled out that 10/21, 2024. The order was prepared by Michael McGrath. And that's what they planned on putting in here. But what we have here is this Open Meetings Act. September 3rd. So that was October 21st that all that stuff came in. But this right here is September 3rd, 2024. So it goes back a little bit. The binding opinion is issued by the Attorney General pursuant Section 3.5E of the Open Meetings Act for the reasons discussed below. This office concludes that the Village of Dolton Board of Trustees violated OMA by failing to make its June 3rd, 2024, July 1st, 2024 meetings convenient and open to the public. And then, of course, it's going to give a whole bunch of this little background here. And this is what their plan is on suing this. The only thing is the board did not receive this until 2 hours after. So they received this letter, and it's got a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo in there that you might understand. This is this alleged piece of hate mail referenced therein. The board also sent this office a copy of a letter from Fire Chief of Dolton Fire Department, Stephen A. McCain, to Mr. Freeman about the occupancy of the meeting room because the letter is not addressed. So this is just a big bitch and moan letter that they sent out to him pursuant. So what they're trying to do is basically go over the Open Meetings Act, and what they're trying to show is that there's some issues going on here. Okay. So this is where legal shenanigans come into play. This is why reading a court pleading doesn't give you always the full story of what's happening inside here. So this is basically trying to go into all these kinds of details about it, about letters, about the public being excluded from each meeting due to tight restrictions on attendance. This is from the Office of the Illinois Attorney General. Yeah, they had a lot to say about this. And here is the Open Meetings Act. It's basically the same thing, just more of a display, a little bit easier. It's saying the same thing, just that, oh, hey, we're bitching and moaning about this. And it says, Dear Mr. Freeman, on September 3rd, 2024, the Office of Illinois Attorney General issues a binding opinion finding the Village of Dolton violated the OMA Open Meetings Act. So this is what Tiffany Henyard's group has been filing. But we go in here to this, where they sued Tiffany Henyard. Plaintiff's petition for rule to show cause comes now. The plaintiffs, by and through their attorney Olson, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath, limited the petition to this honorable court for a rule to show cause as to why defendants Tiffany Henyard, Ronnie Berger Sr., could not be held in contempt of court, stating as follows in support. This court entered a temporary restraining order on September 25th, 2024. See attached, and there's a TRO. Paragraph A of the TRO temporarily restrains and enjoins defendant Ronnie Berger Sr. from holding himself out as the police chief of the Village of Dolton or conducting any duties to the same. Paragraphs A of the TRO temporarily restrains and enjoins defendant Ronnie Berger Sr. from holding himself out as the police chief of the village Ronnie Burge Sr. was present in open court when the order was given. A copy of the entered order was also provided to his attorney. After the entry of the TRO, Ronnie Burge turned in the Village of Dolton vehicle he had removed from the police station. Inspector Baker of the Village of Dolton Police Department requested defendant Burge to turn over his keys to the police department. Department issued uniform and department issued badge. Both the uniform and badge were paid for with the Village of Dolton funds. Ronnie Burge ignored Inspector Baker and has refused to turn over the keys, uniform, and badge. On September 3rd, 2024, the Underside Council sent the attached correspondence to Mr. Burge Sr.'s attorney, requesting that Ronnie Burge Sr. return the keys, uniform, and badge to the police department by noon the following day. Ronnie Burge has not turned in the police department keys, police department uniform, or the police badge to the Dolton Police Department, which he should have probably been arrested for impersonating a police officer at that point in time. Hey, Kiwi, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you, Mary. Good to see you, Julie Aller. Wonderful day. Wonderful day it is indeed. Paragraph 3 of the TRO temporarily restrains and enjoins Mayor Henyard from executing or effectuating any removal of the village administrator Keith Freeman until such time as proper legal procedures are followed. On September 26, 2024, the day after the TRO was entered, defendant Henyard spoke to his representative, Maintenance Star, the vendor used for issuing village building permits and business license. Mayor Henyard told the representative that Keith Freeman was not the village administrator and had his name removed from the account as authorized person. On October 1st, 2024, defendant Henyard interfered with Keith Freeman's duties as village administrator when the village administrator Freeman scheduled the locks to the village hall be changed for him to gain access to the village hall. The locks were also being changed so that laid off employees would no longer have access to the village hall. Later on that day, on October 1st, 2024, Mayor Henyard sent a letter to a VA village administrator Freeman imposing new conditions of employment, namely Mayor Henyard's directive that VA Freeman submit to Mayor Henyard a daily written summary report of the day's activities. Mayor Henyard also directed Mr. Freeman to immediately provide employee information when this information is readily available from HR. Lastly, Mayor Henyard gave a directive to Freeman that he be physically present at the village hall between 9 a.m. and 5 a.m. All of these conditions are new directives that only come after the TRO is entered on September 25th, 2024. Therefore, for all foregoing reasons, plaintiffs respectfully request that this honorable court grant their petition to issue a rule to show cause against defendants Ronnie Burge and Tiffany Henyard, requiring them to appear and explain why they should not be held in contempt of court, and grant any other relief this court deems equitable and just. And this is what they put in. Here's Exhibit A. This is the order. As you know, this is the order that the judge put in there. This matter comes before the court under this emergency motion for temporary restraining order. The court, having heard oral arguments, reviewed the pleadings and applicable law, and for the reasons stated in open court and therein, they find the elements the applicant must establish to warrant extraordinary remedy of restraining order are well established. The movement must demonstrate a discernible right, likelihoodness of success on its merits. Plaintiffs have established this reason, namely the need for protection, namely plaintiffs and the village residents of Dolton are entitled to having lawful running of the village and their mayor following of applicable laws of the village without infringing upon the legislative rights of the plaintiffs as elected officials. Plaintiffs and the residents of the village of Dolton have established that they will suffer irreparable harm without the issuance of this restraining order. Plaintiffs also shown likelihoodness of success on the merits for the lack of adequate remedy at law. Furthermore, if the court were to balance the equities of this matter, they weigh heavily in favor for plaintiffs and the residents of the village of Dolton's with respect to removal and replacement of the village administrator Keith Freeman. There's no question the mayor failed to follow the process and procedure required under the ordinance, and therefore the mayor must one, at a regular meeting, communicate to the board of trustees the name of the appointee, and she did not do that. And then, of course, they go on to the city attorney, the police chief, and is hereby ordered. She's just going to turn my appointment into her appointment. She's good about that. Okay. Oh, yes. Plaintiff's emergency motion restraining order is granted. In other words, she cannot do business there. Keith Freeman is immediately reinstated to his position of village administrator, shall remain until such time the proper procedure is followed for his removal. The mayor is temporarily restrained and enjoined from executing or effectuating any removal of Keith Freeman until such time as proper legal procedures or same are followed. The mayor is temporarily restrained and enjoined from executing or continuing the appointments of Michael Smith as village administrator, Angela Lockett as village attorney, Rodney Burge as police chief until such time as proper legal procedures or same are followed. The mayor is temporarily enjoined restraining from making any further appointments without the advice and consent of the board of trustees consistent with applicable law. Defendant Michael A. Smith is temporarily restrained from holding himself out as village administrator. Lockett is restrained from holding herself out as village attorney or conducting any duties of the same. Rodney Burge is not police chief anymore, and the movement is a municipality. The concerns surrounding requiring a bond are not present, and for good cause shown, no bond is required. And that order was set on September 25th, 2024, remaining in full force until further order from the court. This matter is continued October 3rd, 2024 at 11 a.m. for status. The parties may appear in person, and that was what they were there for. And of course, this is the affidavit of Sylvester Baker. And then we have right here is the letter that they sent out to him. They're saying that there's a temporary restraining order yesterday at 5:06 p.m. and we will file a petition of rule to file cause. And then, of course, they've got the affidavit of Keith Freeman, which he's not any better. Affidavit of Michael J. McGrath, and that was him as the attorney. And then, of course, Exhibit F, which is the order that was put in there and them notating to them what exactly was happening in this situation. Hey, Iron Rabbit, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And this was the initial piece that they put in here. And they're just basically stating all the facts about this. The Illinois Attorney General determined in September 3rd binding opinion that the location set up at the Village Hall is not convenient for the open meetings requests. And then, of course, it goes through the verified complaints. And it continues on with a declaratory and injunctive relief. It continues on with more about having the police chief removed. All of these were put in as Shizzy. Are they just having a back and forth bitch fest? Somewhat, but they're trying to get their city under control. So the biggest problem is in Dolton, they've got a problem with the amount of money that they have. They have a budget. They've overexceeded the budget since Henyard's been in office. The pandemic did not help out much with that at all. It actually exasperated that. There's vendors. Now, if you understand what a vendor is in this situation, isn't someone that hands you Coke. Okay, this is someone that comes in and maybe they mow your lawns. They could be vendors, for example, of being those that are supplying services of some sort. Just about anybody can be a vendor. Maybe they're bringing them paper products. They could be bringing them letters. They could be bringing them. They could be the fire department, the police department. All of these are considered vendors of the city. Trash recycling, sewage workers, they would be considered vendors, and those people are not getting paid by the city. It becomes a problem. Iron Rabbit has been here for a year. Oh my gosh, thank you, Iron Rabbit. Love me some Iron Rabbit. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's been here since the beginning. Been here since the beginning. So these are the problems that they've been having. There's 69 pages of this, of them talking about vacations. They're talking about their pay. They're talking about their base salary, and all of these: streets and alleys, sanitation and drainage, multiple office and water department clerks, water department, buildings and grounds, police department. all of those are considered vendors. Those vendors had not been getting paid. And then, of course, they have attorneys for the village. Those people weren't getting paid. Department creative members, chief of police, it goes through everything, and it would take too long to read every bit of this. It's basically saying that, listen, you, Miss Henyard, have been going through our money in the absolute possible way. It's been no good for us. This was the order that was effective until November 1st, or effective November 1st, 2017. I don't know why it says, this was interlocutory repeal. Order the petition was denied. That was October 2nd. So this was the appeal that they tried to put in there. This appeal would have been from the defendants. So Tiffany took it to the appellate court of Illinois, First District, and she lost her appeal. Which is a big deal because they were trying to get this judge, and they were trying to appeal that she could come in and have, raise all kinds of hell if she wanted to. It goes through what this regular meeting of the Board of Trustees is. It goes down through here. Village of Dolton, blah, blah, blah. So all of that kind of stuff. This was Tiffany Henyard doing this on 10/4 of 2024 outside of regular meeting times. Okay. Whenever she did that, she broke that injunction, that temporary restraining order that she had. Oh, that's coming. That part will be coming. The amount of embezzlement that she embezzled out of the city of Dolton, it is going to be insane. The village had a positive budget until the millions, in the millions when she was voted in. She spent them into debt where the city business cannot be conducted. Yes. And that's how fast you can break a city out of greed. And that's what it boils down to. She made sure that she was there whenever, she's been a big part of this little group of people that decided it was fun and cute to use the city's money to do things they shouldn't be doing. And that is going to get her in all kinds of trouble. Now, Freeman isn't much better because, if I'm not mistaken, he had a lot to do with what was happening there also. But what we have for you is the meeting on 10/7/2024. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting, because this is going to be a meeting where Henyard shows up to this. Tammy's been a member for 4 months, and again, there we go. We got that shared right there. And it's been a lot longer than 4 months. I know this has probably been like 8 or 9 months that you've been a member. It goes away and you have to wait. I understand. Just think in a few more days I'll be able to give out some more free memberships. Oh, these meetings are always glorious. There we go. Man, this will wear out my voice.
Good evening, everyone.
I love it, Melody. It's
Trustee
beautiful.
Norwood, thank you. Present. Trustee Stan Brown.
It's so loud.
Absent. Trustee Tammy Brown. Present. Trustee House.
Present.
Trustee Holmes. Absent. Trustee Belcher. Here. Mayor Henyard is absent, and the clerk is present. Attorney McGrath is also present. We have a quorum.
I love it how they have the
much.
doors open.
Next, I'll ask that everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag. To public comment. So anybody that has any comments for this body, I'll ask that you come up. We'll have a 3-minute timer. As your 3 minutes
Hey, how's
approaches,
it
I will
going forever,
wave
not
and,
me? Good to see you.
to notify you of the time. So please feel free at this moment. If there's any comments, please come forward.
Oh, and just so you guys know, a little bit later we'll be doing some Hale stuff. Shh, we'll keep it quiet. It keeps the trolls at bay. You know, you can always spread the word around. We're going to cover some hail stuff. So shh, spread the word around.
Look at God. Oh.
Well, this is part of the board of trustees. Good Lord, man. Turn that thing down. Getting feedback.
All right, I think my 3 minutes should be quick. Trustees, I just want to say thank you guys for holding this meeting somewhere where us residents can actually get in and we don't have to deal with the police and the taunting and everything else that goes along with trying to get inside of a public meeting. So first and foremost, thank you guys for actually doing that for us residents because we truly appreciate it. As everybody know, I have a petition that's going around. I just want to ask everybody to sign it. It's an online petition. If you haven't seen it, just please take a look in the
so damn
groups,
loud.
Politics, or any other groups that we have,
Okay, I'll bring it back
and
up a
just
little
sign
bit.
it and share it. Just trying to make an initiative that I hope can come to fruition, but I just want to make sure that I have the
Funny name.
support of everybody else. When it comes to Alexis Wilson and her being killed by the Dolton police back when Tiffany started her reign, I just want to make sure that she gets the justice that she deserves. So again, if everyone could just sign that petition and help me share it, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah. You should get a bubble machine. That way. Aha. They don't know my area very well.
Hello, everyone. Like many that live here, and a lot of people that
Oh, my
don't live
God.
here, I'm glad to see a couple of agenda items that are addressing the situation over at Village Hall. You know, as far as your access, our access, and the slimy little character that's running around keeping our records hostage, otherwise known as William Moore. At some point, this is going to have to be dealt with because, you know, it
I
really
know
looks
spoken
bad
one.
for one person
It's bad.
basically to have control over our police department
Bubbles.
pretty much is what I've been
Bubbles.
seeing anyway.
That would be funny
From
to
what I
use.
understand, when the locks were to be changed recently, this Mr. Moore assaulted the locksmith, snatched the keys out of his hands, and gave the keys.
Well, now that I know that he's not really a bubbles. He's more like a. Yeah, they don't need to hold the mic. They're used to being in a space where they would mute the microphone on them, and they had to speak really loudly over it. It's one of those things, you know. They if they had good sound man there, they could just handle that stuff and tone it down, put it on the right EQ. That the sound would be so glorious. People would be like, "Oh my God, what happened here?" Don't hold the mic. Yeah, they're used to having to yell into the microphone. That's why. No, I'll come up with something better. But I can fix it right now. Yeah.
Keys to the Wicked Witch of Dolton. So
I mean, he's talking so loud you can hear the speaker vibrating back off of the microphone. Like he's the guy that whenever he's talking, he's got such a booming voice that he should be. There's no room for arrogant trolls in these discussions. No, we've got them under control. I think.
point simply is this. This blatant law breaking by our chief executive has to come to a stop at some point. She was warned by the judge in the last hearing that she had that it will no longer be tolerated. So I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't actually take her into custody for breaking the previous laws.
And the sound would probably be better if they moved the camera away from being right on top of the speaker, because they're standing right by the speaker. It's just like, trolls are full of hate. Yes, they are. That's why I try to avoid them as much as possible. But we do have some court pleadings that came in from the Hales that I'll be going over tonight also.
This is supposedly her last warning, so we shall see. But nobody should be above the law up to this point. This is what's been happening. I'm sure there's plans for this, and I hope that some of it may be addressed tonight. We may hear some stuff tonight, some things tonight concerning those issues. And like I said, I do see a couple of items on the agenda that addresses some of these points that I was just bringing up. So any updates that we can get as far as the ongoing situation with our law-breaking chief executive that you can share with us would be helpful in stopping some of the rumors and so forth that are floating around out there. So a clearing of the air is necessary. And once again, I can't say this enough. Park District, you all have come up so big for us. I don't know where you would be. We could be out in the streets for you all. I don't know if any of you all are here. If any of you all are here, you all have been heroes and a half.
Speaker cabinet
And it's greatly appreciated.
voice just makes it louder, I know. But if you would have just left that microphone on the podium, or if they would have just put the microphone in the mic stand on the podium, it would have been just fine. Don't pick it up, please.
Good evening, fellow Daltonites.
There you go.
My family and I are very passionate over this little village. It's in our hearts, it's in our DNA. Not a day goes by that I don't get a phone call, a text, or a conversation with my husband about the good, the bad, and ugly here.
Flannel sheets
You
best
see,
in
my
winter.
four times grandfather
Only when
came
you're-
here in
only whenever you got a
1851
lady
and
between
still
them.
family here. He had a large farm around McDonald's all the way to Indiana Avenue. At one point, he had to give up land for them to build Sibley Boulevard. Years later, I had a great aunt donate land to build Roosevelt School. In the 1970s, my grandfather and his crew from his tree cutting business
Yep.
was asked by the village to donate their time and skills to build the famous rocket slide here in Dalton Park. In 2019, my sister sent me a picture of a letter. It was from Mayor Rogers at the time. It was a proclamation from the village of Dolton. It listed she grew up here, her 31 years of service upon retiring from the U.S. Army, her achievements, her awards, a tour in Iraq, and at the end, it said, Mayor Rogers, village clerk, the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the entire Dalton community, presents the proclamation to my sister with the pride and honor of her service to her community. Now, she's just one of many people that left Dalton over the years to serve her country in the armed forces. That letter made me and my family realize not only did she serve her country, but she served her childhood home, Dalton. This letter shows the love that this little town gave back. I'm not here to boast or brag. I'm here to tell you people gave to this community. They loved and lived in this little community. And I'm just a small little branch on that big family tree. Now let me jump back to a huge leap. In 1943, the Dalton Volunteer Fire Department started the carnival. In 44, the parade came. Sometime later, nobody knows who started it, the July 3rd Kitty Parade and the Pet Parade. Not only did the firemen volunteer their times, their wives and children did too. They gave to their community, and the community gave back. The posters and ads of that carnival never showed a person's face. It never said one person took credit. It just showed you a picture of a carnival. It did this, and that was when the community worked together. Sorry. Growing up, I never heard my parents talk bad about the village and the officials. And my aunt...
We've reached the 3-minute mark.
My aunt said this town ran so smooth. The only time they talked, and Garrett probably will know, was when Mayor Peck wore his Hawaiian shorts. I am the past on this tree. You are the present and the future. For Dalton to move forward and get it back.
No, we're all the future.
Please tell everyone to spread the word.
Everyone's
Dolton
the future.
needs a team. This is the team, not the I
Because you don't know
person.
the future.
And I will keep coming to
30 minutes,
speak
30
till I have a
seconds.
victory party. You're inviting me.
Thank you very much.
All right, got another one coming up.
And I'll ask if anybody else has comments, please come in the front row. so
Don't
that
pick
we,
up the microphone.
Ready behind Mrs. Parker, Ms. Barber.
Good evening, Village of Dolton, trustees and village officials. I have a concern about my water bill. Quite sure other people in here have concern about theirs as well. The last bill that I received is identical, dates,
Hey, Gary, how's it
amounts,
going?
and everything to 2023.
We are the planet.
The last
I am in
actual
Portugal.
reading
Good
that
to
I
see you, man. Glad you
received
could make it in Portugal.
was August 23rd to October 23rd. All of the other bills that I've received have been estimated bills. Also, there's no prior balance, there's no current amount of reading on the bills, just an amount, even on the estimated bills.
That happens.
I want to go on record. I'm going to call the water department and request an appointment to discuss this bills, I should say. I've had I call it a button or whatever on my outside of my house since December 2011. So there's no reason why I'm getting estimated bills or no readings at all on my bill. So I'm requesting that it go on file, whatever, that I am going to be calling or contact for an appointment, because there needs to be a discussion about this, and I'm not tolerating any more estimated bills. If I have to call every day for someone to come to my house and read my meter.
Okay, and if I may, Ms. Parker, and I have to say this, or Ms. Barber, I have to say this for the first time I get to say it, so I want to commiserate this moment. We have our village administrator here that can assist with that, so you can feel free to go share with him, and he can get it resolved at this moment.
Nice. That's nice. See, that's how you're
Yes,
supposed to handle the
ma'am.
meeting.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, with that, we're going to conclude citizens' address, and we'll be moving right into our general announcements. So I'll ask any board members if they have any announcements at this time.
I have a couple.
Okay, I'll go trustee Tam, if you don't mind, and trustee Belcher.
Okay,
love
just one
this
thing,
over
want
here.
everyone to know. I'm sorry, first of all, good evening.
awesome.
Residents.
Got our DJs right
Just
here.
wanted everybody to know, this Saturday, September the 12th, is Tea with the Trustees, right here in this building,
Another town lawsuit started with the
14700
water
Evers
bill.
at 9:30. Please come.
No, because see, that's the thing is they'll be able to handle this and they can address it in a much better way. And that's what they're trying to do is get these things addressed. If I'm not mistaken, these are just announcements that they're talking about. And they're getting ready to do some motions. So
Thank you very much, trustee Belcher. Trustee Norwood.
I just want to say, happy Monday, everyone. I know a resident has one Saturday.
now they should have another one of these meetings coming up very soon. I'd have to look at the calendar on this, but they have them calendared in. It's like the first like Tuesday or something like that of every month that they have one of these. Water and electric is cheap there where you're at, Puddletown. That's cool. Fortunate not having a water bill where you're at in Michigan. I think it's included in rent. Yeah, that happens quite a bit. I should show the meeting with Lori Lightfoot. I did. I have shown that one. Yes, I did show that one quite a bit. All of that is in my feed on the Dolton stuff. So I've got that one in there also.
I said, I'll see you Monday. And she said, no, I won't be coming to the meeting at the village because I can't ever get in. So I see you in the audience today, and I just want to say, won't he do it? Good evening, everyone.
Okay, and if I can, I have a few.
And if I'm not mistaken, this gentleman right here is running for the office of mayor. So that he's going to be running for that office, if I'm not mistaken.
Announcements, but I first want to talk about this meeting being over here at the Park District and why that meeting why it's been transferred over to the Park District. I have to kind of echo the sentiments that Dan Lee gave of thanking Dolton Park District, the Board of Commissioners, for all of their partnership, because the partnerships have really been significant. So please give a round of applause. We have Commissioner Sandra Wells in the back. And Mike, if I can, momentarily I want to defer the legality of this meeting or the explanation of why this is the proper and legal meeting to Attorney McGrath. If you can just expound on how we came to this
And
conclusion.
this is important right here.
Demonstrating that this is the properly called legal meeting.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, the reason the meeting is here tonight is based on the binding decision of the Attorney General, which found that there is open meeting violations at the Village Hall based upon the excessive police presence, the barricades, the blocking off the streets, and also because the Village Hall doesn't have the seating capacity for the crowds that have been coming out for these meetings.
So if you understand what he just said, he's saying, listen, we had to move to a bigger location to hold these meetings because the amount of city participation in these has been such that people were being locked out. They didn't have the seating capacity, the excessive police presence, blocking off of streets. So they opened up this meeting hall for the parks area, opened up this meeting hall for them so they could sit down and have a meeting. And do you see how respectful everyone's being at this point in time? This is a village, a city, a group of people getting together and speaking their mind, talking about whatever discourse they have. No anger, no hatred, no, it's just very chill. And this is these are the kinds of meetings that they should be having, where people come in, they say their mind, they get their time on the podium. They can talk about whatever they want to, whatever it is they want to address. Now, if you've seen any of the other meetings that they've had, all those meetings seem to be contentious, argumentative. People looked like they were not able to speak, and whenever they did speak, they were very angry, calling out the trustees, and they locked them out. Yeah, that wasn't good. And they weren't calling out all the trustees out; they were just calling certain individuals out. But this is what we like right here. This is how a meeting should be held of this magnitude. You know, it's not this big grandiose where you come in and everybody starts yelling and you're brawling. You come in, you air your grievances, you say what you have to say, you get on with the business of the day.
That's the primary reason. I would note that Clerk Key sent out an email, she always does, asking for everyone to put on agenda items that they want on the agenda.
Somebody here too.
That occurred early last week, and the trustees and the mayor were all sent that email. There was responses from the trustees, and the agenda was put together, and it was legally posted well in excess of the 48-hour requirement. I believe it was actually posted last Thursday evening. And so, in our view, the meeting here is perfectly proper and appropriate given the safety issues and the proper way to post the meeting.
Thank you very much. Want to also kind of chime in on the goal of what's important for the Board of Trustees is we know that the meetings that are run or operated with the Board of Trustees, and we of course have always welcomed the mayor to be present, but we notice the difference when there's the Board of Trustees meeting and when the mayor's meeting is here. It's very important for us to demonstrate that we can operate our community with decency, order, dignity, and make things happen. So if you'll see at our last meeting, there was between 10 to 15 items. This meeting, again, 10 to 15 items. We will be talking about these are items that are critical to us rebuilding our community because we know the hole that we've been dug into. And our board is really just focused on trying to demonstrate and show not only to the community, but to also the vendors that are out there that are owed money, to the insurance companies that have deemed us a high risk to the bond agencies that we owe money to, that we will make things happen that will bring this community forward and we can be trusted. With that being said, we have several items on here that, well, one, it was important for me to have Attorney McGrath give his legal explanation because this is going to likely end up in court, like the many other cases. We had, of course, the court case last week on potential contempt of court. We have a court orders issued. So we want to make sure that everything we do is done decent, in order, and we are following all the proper steps. Secondarily, we are working with Attorney McGrath and his office and his staff, and I think they've been doing a tremendous job at working to reduce the number of court cases that are out there. At last count, I remember, was about 40 cases that were outstanding. So we're up to 40, and it's it can be overwhelming, but I think you'll note on the last meeting we settled 3 and made an offer on 1. On this agenda, there's a potential of 1 additional case that we can reduce. Little by little, we will be working to get that taken care of. Previous meetings, we talked about our bank account and the need to find a new bank account. We've partnered up with Wintrust Bank, turned in applications for that, and we anticipate that account being open this week, which will be slightly ahead of the 60 days that we were given. However, Administrator Freeman has filed a request for an extension because.
Absolutely, Puddletown. That you have to remember that I've been following this longer than I have the Hales. Now, I may not have been streaming about it, but I've sort of had it back on the back burner. And the Hales really brought about this particular one and sort of brought it to the forefront, because, it's not just places like Otter Creek that we're having issues. It's places all over the country that have issues like this. This just happens to be a suburb of Chicago. This is in Cook County. So this is one of those little suburbs of Chicago that is run into problems of more fart goblins. That's what we need. More fart goblins. More fart goblins. This is where these kinds of things happen in cities quite a bit. You see, everyone likes the fart goblins. This happens all across the country in smaller cities and larger cities. My brother-in-law, my sister's ex-husband, he was a mayor of the town that they lived in, and he was part of the city council for quite some time. He still may actually be part of that same city's council if he didn't move. I think he maybe moved out of there. It's been a while. This is just let Shizzy's dog loose. Yeah, pretty much. He was a little fart goblin tonight. But this is, they had the same kind of issues where they had to make sure that they didn't run into a deficit. These cities still pay into Cook County. They rely on Cook County. They rely on certain things, certain amounts of funds coming in that might get earmarked for specific things, and they have to be able to balance that out. So, your local taxes, your local city councils end up being more important than your general election. Everybody gets all worked up right now about, presidential election. Yes, we'll be covering the damn election. Of course, I got something to show you guys later that might make you question things a little bit about our election. This is one of those where you pay attention on your local level. And whenever you start figuring out how things work on a local level and how to get your town, your city, your community working well together, and it basically being able to balance its budget, paying their vendors, everybody's happy. That there's certain advantages to having your being involved in your local community. And whenever you get into, then you start moving into your state and how the state is running its business. If everybody can get together and work through all the differences, of your local communities, then you should be able to work, step that up to the next level, to your state, to your county, or to your county, to your state, to your section of the United States. And you'll find how much people actually do agree on quite a bit of things. But you do get, the people that are tempted by that money. They see it sitting there and they're just like, well, that's just a lot of money. I think I'll just dip my toe in it. And they get away with it. And then they say, well, I'm going to do a little bit more, or I'm going to do a little bit more here. I'm going to tap in a little bit to this one. And next thing you know, you're running at a deficit while somebody is getting nice and rich off of other people's work.
Because when we have the new account open, we still will need to transfer automatic deductions, direct deposits and things, and we expect that'll be granted, and we think we're in a good place on that. Next was our audit. We were unsuccessful in finding an auditor that would go backwards and to produce the audit. With that being said, the comptroller's office has used their authority to do a forced place audit, which means that we gave up the leverage of being able to negotiate the price and select the auditor of our choosing. However, we do have a credentialed a CPA firm that will be doing an audit, and we're going to be transparent in providing all information we have, and at this moment we have to live with the results so that we can find where we're at ground zero, ground two, and build from there.
Right.
Our
that's
annual budget.
right.
We've gotten a draft and the draft of the budget from our finance department. And with that draft budget, if things remained exactly as they are, we would find ourselves with an additional $2.8 million deficit based on those draft numbers.
Oof.
I'll
That's
put
rough.
that out there as our starting point. Of course, this board will not approve or pass a budget with that kind of a deficit. Hearing that this week, there will be conversations with the department heads, and then once that happens, it will be presented to the Board of Trustees for review. And as we come up with a balanced budget that includes some of the payment of the back bills, it will then be pushed to the residents. We were going to be doing this in an expedited manner because we know that the longer we wait, the more we have to cut. So I just want to make sure we're keeping everybody updated on our starting point and where we're going.
That's right.
Those were my serious notes. Now on something that I really want to make sure everybody is aware of. The 2nd Congressional District is having a housing expo on Saturday, October 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. over at South Suburban College. So again, there is a housing expo that will have plenty of workshops on understanding the reasons behind the inflated property tax, keeping your home safe and protected in case of fire, the truth about solar panels. So for those that are interested, great information, and I'm sure they're going to have free giveaways. And Commissioner Wells, are they feeding people? Yes. And refreshments. Okay, so please keep that and mark that on your calendar, Saturday, October 26th. But that will conclude my comments. Clerk, well, we're coming into clerk's report. Okay. Are you okay? You want to do? All right, so next we're going to go transition right into the village clerk's report.
Good evening again, everyone. Tonight I am asking the approval of the Board of Trustees for the minutes for September the 12th, 2024 special board meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion that we approve September 12, 2024 special board meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, here the motion and the second. Any discussion? Clerk, can you please roll call?
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you very much, Board.
Okay. Do you have any comments or anything else you wanted to?
So, of course, you guys know there is an upcoming election, and the clerk's office is basically responsible for handling a great deal of the information that comes into the village for the village of Dolton only. We do not handle paperwork for the park district, school districts, library board. We do not handle those. They're all their own separate entity. So my office will open back up
Yeah.
hopefully sometime this month so that we
No, that is it's not that. What it was is where they had the recording device was right next to the speaker, and that speaker was probably sitting right back behind the recording device, so they were receiving all of the noise coming off of that. Yeah, it was pretty damn loud. You could hear the vibration of the speaker in there. I think they have the same microphones. Just it was getting feedback because it was too loud and too close. Yeah,
You
overdrive.
can receive documents that come in. I'm working on that now. Well, we do have some challenges, but hopefully those challenges will be worked out. And myself and the deputy clerk will be in time to receive whatever that we experience. We were not able to complete the project.
Don't worry,
But
I'm
moving
getting
forward,
to the point of the really cool stuff. This is just sort of a prelude to the catastrophe that's about to happen.
I am promising you that that's going to be codified, and you no longer have to come to me to know what an ordinance is.
But notice how chill it is with this group of people. Nobody's yelling. Nobody's getting upset. Nobody's having any problems. Nobody's having any issues. They're discussing the village business. They're getting everything taken care of. This is how efficient you can run one of these meetings. Just nice and easy and chill. Nobody's having problems. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's working through every single thing that they've got going on. And then here comes the loudmouth.
All right, next item up was a motion to approve Resolution 24-009, which rescinds Ordinance 21-008, which appoints the position of a special counsel. I'll motion that we approve Resolution 24-009. Is there a second?
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, any discussion? Okay, clerk, can you please call the roll?
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee House,
Aye.
trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, item K, a motion to approve ordinance 24-014, amending the village code regarding temporary or interim appointments. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance as stated?
Motion. Second.
Here, a motion and second. I'm going to ask Attorney McGrath if you can elaborate a little bit on this ordinance.
Yes, thank you. This ordinance was drafted after a review of a older opinion by the Attorney General's office, whereby if there's a vacancy in any office, if there's a vacancy
comes.
in any
Comes problems.
office that's an appointed position by the mayor that does not receive the advice and consent of the Board of Trustees, that the mayor then submits that person who would then be a interim or temporary appointee, and at the next meeting, the mayor would have to submit another nominee for that open position. The temporary or interim officer shall occupy the office until the next regular meeting, but in no event
Shit's about to go
shall the
south. Hope
temporary
you're
or
ready.
interim appointee serve as a temporary
get
or
nasty.
interim appointee for a period in excess of 14 days. And so then the mayor would have to submit a second nominee. Again, you go through the same process to see if there'd be advice consent by the board. If there is not, then you'd continue the process. The mayor would have to come
Shit's
up with
about to hit the
another
fan.
named individual for that open
coming.
position. The ordinance,
I live in Atlanta, Georgia. So yes, I'm in the South. Yes. This is going to go bad.
finishes by saying that the mayor may not present a nominee for the same appointed office more than twice during his or her term, meaning that the mayor cannot named the same person.
No, not
more-
Hotlanta.
More than twice during her.
Do you know why they call it Hotlanta? It's a, let's put it this way. It's sort of not a, it's not a straight thing to say. Just so you know. You want to go to Hazard County?
Her mayoral term for that open vacancy.
It's right up the road.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay. Oh, we want to do a summary, please.
Sorry about that. As I stated, this ordinance is based upon an attorney general opinion, which
Can someone
pertains,
bring some chairs?
to
Here she comes.
appointments and temporary appointments within the village of
See?
Dolton.
She shows up.
And as the ordinance reads,
And
the
another
mayor
one.
can appoint a person to an open position, and then needs the advice consent of the village board. If that is not received, then
Yes,
a new
it has.
nominee would have to be
I've been here
presented to the
that long.
board. The person that was initially presented would hold that position as an interim position, but for no longer than 14 days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would choose Daisy.
Is motion in second? Yeah. Okay, trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Oh, excuse me 1 second before I do that. I do need to mark that the mayor has arrived at 7:30.
An hour later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Trustee
an hour
Norwood?
into it.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right,
Now we're on item L.
can I get an agenda?
Still got one note on there?
How y'all doing? Y'all didn't think I was coming?
You know, here's the thing, sweetheart. You should have brought the agenda with you because it was given to everyone. Yeah, here comes the loudmouth. Let her evil mayoral reign be a lesson to all citizens. Yes, indeed. It's about to go south.
Today, okay, you on L. I came just in time. All right. Now I give my statements afterwards. Is there a motion to approve settlement for Marcus Redwood versus Village of Dolton, number 2024, MI 300-270, Attorney McGrath? Which
Our motion.
Second.
It's been motion and second. Any discussion? Call her up.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next, the part of why I am here in this building. It is the mayor's report, so I came just in time. Unfortunately, and I want y'all to record this, make sure y'all get it in the back, please. I want to make sure this is for the record, and please write it word for word. I am the mayor of the Village of Dolton. I have told you guys several times, hold on, respect, guys, respect.
And see, you saw how the meeting ran all the way up until the point that she got there. How chill it was. They were getting business done. Wait until you see how they report it, because we got a different view of it also.
Let me make my statement, and I'm gonna leave y'all illegal meeting. Let me make my statement. So matter of fact, let me stand.
And you heard what she said, an illegal meeting. Mayor isn't talking like an educated person. No, she's talking like a hoe.
I'm gonna make it so you can hear it too. I am the mayor of the Village of Dolton. I am the first female mayor of Dolton. So I want to make sure I clear that up with everybody. Unfortunately, this is an illegal meeting. Illegal. I've been telling y'all that from day one. People do make-believe here at the board. At the end of the day, I am the elected mayor. He's playing make-believe. So as you can see, once a real mayor, a real boss walks in the building, you have to move out the way. Because at the end of the day, I got elected for the position. Matter of fact, let me see if this is loud enough for you. Matter of fact, I got elected to the position. So with that being said, I am here to do several things. One, I'm here to make my appointments. So I'm asking the Board of Trustees, do you consent to my appointments? One is village attorney, the other is special counsel, and the other is police chief. Board of Trustees, do you consent to my appointments?
It's not on the agenda.
It is on the agenda, so do you consent?
No, it's
Do you
not.
consent? Do you consent? You out of order, lady, you out of order. Do you consent, Board of Trustees? Nobody consent? Nobody consent? Okay, so y'all do know it's in my right as the mayor to have my appointments, right? So I just want to make sure that this was crystal.
We just showed you she had a temporary restraining order. Tells her no, it's not within her rights at all. And each one of them was removed immediately after she did this.
Clear that you guys understand that I am the mayor and I get to appoint my appointments. The next thing is my vetoes. So I got several vetoes here that the board did as it relates to being illegal.
Order.
As it relates to being illegal.
President,
So I
ask
want
for
you to
order.
know
We'll
that.
ask for order.
Okay, yeah, check the people. Thank you. I just want you.
Wow. Yeah. Got one little fight and mom got scared. I said, you're moving with your uncle and auntie and Bella. That's right, Puddletown. That's awesome. This must be a psyop. Surprised they hadn't rushed her. No, they wouldn't do
You to
that.
know that my vetoes will stand and I get to veto anything that the Board of Trustees does, and the Board of Trustees did a lot of illegal things. Another thing I want you to understand about the Board of Trustees, they are all corrupt. Every last one of them up here are corrupt. So once I prove it, you will understand what it is I've been fighting for, what it is I've been trying to tell the residents of Dolton, because y'all got one-sided narratives and y'all don't have the facts. So once you lay the facts down, you will understand what it is I've been fighting for this entire time. I'm only
No. She has been fighting them. She has run that city into the ground. Got one little
here for those reasons. My appointment, just to be clear, since y'all was making all that noise, just to be crystal clear, I am here to appoint my police chief, my village attorney, and also my special counsel. So I'm here for all those things, just so we crystal clear. Okay, guys. Okay. Y'all can have this illegal meeting once I get done making my appointments. It's a shame that we just had a scheduled meeting at Village Hall.
It was the attorney general that told him that they were out of compliance with open records, with Open Meetings Act. Attorney general said, get your shit together or we'll shut this thing down. Maybe they're tired of being fleeced. My. Get out, hag.
And nobody showed up. So to show you, y'all keep up chaos. Because our meeting was scheduled. Several residents showed up, but y'all wasn't there.
No, your meeting was canceled. Your meeting was canceled because the Board of Trustees didn't show up, because the Attorney General said you were out of compliance. The building cannot handle the amount of people that are there. Yeah, that's what happened.
Because y'all come to the show, because this ain't nothing but a show. So I just want to come here and lay the law down as it relates to what's going on in our village and where we are and where we're going. So I just want to be crystal clear about that, but this is an illegal meeting. I want to put my information on the record for a mayor's report. And I have a ton of things that we will be doing for the residents. You guys are welcome to come.
And you see the residents just getting up and leaving. These are the people that are going to be voting for you. And you've just shit all over them.
I appreciate you coming. I will be giving away free food. I will be giving away free pumpkins and all kinds of other things in the community if you want to partake in it. And I know some of y'all that's talking, y'all be in the lines too. So I thank you for actually showing me love. And please put some respect on my name. Thank y'all. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia. And you saw how calm it was up until the point that she got there. Saw how chill everybody was. They were getting business done. But she came in, caused problems.
Okay, so Jason, do you go?
Okay, I'll ask for order. We've actually reached the conclusion. I guess that was the apex. I don't know.
I can't wait till they try to
No, I'm
slice
gonna,
in tomorrow.
I will pause. I'm going to ask Attorney McGrath legal opinion on this item. Was not on the agenda, so I'll ask for a legal opinion, and then we will go for a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Obviously, none of those items were on this agenda. You can only take action on action items that are on a properly posted agenda. So those actions are not valid or legal. The actions that were just taken are not valid or legal because they were not included on the posted agenda for this location.
The reason why is the TRO didn't come out until the 21st. So she won't be at the next meeting, possibly.
So they're null and void.
Yes.
On top of that, if
He's
the mayor
right.
wants to veto anything, she knows from past practice that you have to issue a written veto rather than just standing up and saying, I veto all of the board's actions. So she didn't even do the proper procedure on vetoing. Who knows what she's trying to veto.
Yeah, I will.
So basically nullified everything that she just
Two
did.
comments. I'll see if any board members have comments.
yes.
I figured there was coming. So, hey, a couple of comments. I got comfortable over here. So no, a couple of comments on there, and it's extremely important that we. That's why we make sure we have our attorneys. So I want to thank Attorney McGrath for being present, as well as all the hard work that's being done in court. And all of the actions. It's important that we do things in a manner. I heard out of what was told that there was a veto. That veto documentation has never been presented to the board, nor was it left here. So it was worth the hot air that just came out. Separately,
Bam.
there is. I'm sorry.
Without calling names, they're asking, what do they do if Bird shows up tomorrow?
We will be giving direction to the department from there. Yes. So separate from that, we had on the appointments. I want to be clear. The clerk sent an email to the mayor last week asking, do you have any items that you would like to place on the agenda? Should she had elected to do so, those items would have been placed on this agenda. This is not an attempt to circumvent anybody's authority. We are strictly here to follow the law. That is it. That law has not been followed, that process has not been followed, and this will be the second time that a process has not been followed, even when we work towards compliance. So, as Attorney McGrath mentions that their appointments were not on the agenda, it was due to the mayor's neglect to follow a process that they were not put on an agenda. So those are my two comments. I'll yield to any trustee that has comments. Trustee. Okay. Was this was posted on the village website? Yeah. Trustee Belcher.
God is good all the time. So, I'm just gonna say this. For someone to come to a illegal meeting to make an appointment is real, yes, no, it was illegal today. To come make an appointment is absolutely weird. I'm gonna say weird. But what saddens me even more is the people she got that's following her around doing this. So I'm gonna say to the officers of the Village of Dolton, be strong.
continue to work effortlessly as if you guys have been doing. I'm sure our attorney and the world is watching whatever she just happened to do right there. And no appointments that spoke out of her mouth is legal and binding as of tonight. So keep us in prayer, because obviously y'all see what we are working with, because any mayor, even if she thought that she was coming to sit at an illegal meeting, she would have stayed here till it was adjourned. So just keep us in prayer, because as much as people try to stay professional, at the same time, you have to understand what's going on, because this becomes a safety issue. This is a safety issue and a safety measure for the community. It's not just for us, it's for the community. I just heard someone say you shouldn't act like that. I would have probably won some money tonight, because I bet that she was gonna come. I should have gambled today, because I had a feeling when you back somebody against the wall, eventually they're gonna show their true colors. So the world is seeing what's going on. But we're gonna continue to do what we need to do as the Board of Trustees and move forward. But whatever appointments she made, we never got any agenda, so we don't know anything about that.
We are concluded. Yes, yeah, we have. You have comments? Trustee Norwood, you have a comment?
Yeah, we adjourn.
Okay, hearing that, we have reached the conclusion of this agenda. I want to thank all that came and all of the good spirits. And I'm going to pray over the bad spirits that just came through. That's what I'm going to do. With that being said, I make a motion that we adjourn. Is there a second? Hearing a motion and a second, Clerk Key, please call the roll.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
Oh, we're going to be
Tammy, she called.
And here it is. Here it is. Right here.
Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has lost a battle to regain some control of village board meetings. She filed a complaint after a majority of trustees moved the meetings to a Dolton Park District building to accommodate large and sometimes raucous crowds. Earlier this month, Mayor Henyard got booed out of a meeting organized by trustees angry over her lavish spending and leadership. Henyard asked a judge to invalidate decisions made at the meetings and force them to gather at Village Hall. Trustees say the judge has sided with them and agreed their meetings do not violate the Open Meetings Act. Henyard's attorney says the judge underscored the mayor's right to run the meetings.
Yep. That right there was it what it ended up being. Yeah, she's a little cuckoo. She's a little cuckoo. She's Norwood was laughing her butt off. Yeah. Preach it, sister. Tell it, sister. That's right. She did. She brought it in there. She wasn't going to play. It's just like, listen, none of what she said is even valid. That's not how you operate. That's not how you're supposed to operate in these spaces. She knows better, but she's going to do it anyway because she's entitled. That is the problem with running into someone that thinks that they. It's just interesting to me. And it's interesting to me. But we do have some good stuff for you guys tonight. Just you wait. Wait until I bring it up here. Let me find it real quick. We're going to remove that. Remove that. I don't need that one. I don't need that one. Don't need that one. I got to get back to where we were. Give me just a second. That one. And where is it? Got rid of that one. Got rid of that one. Rid of that one. That was awesome. He had. I will find it here. Give me a minute. It's coming. It's a coming. Did I put it somewhere else? Thought I had it already pulled up, but apparently I don't. That one. I will find it here in a second. Give me a second. Close that, close that, close that. I've been watching so many different things to make sure I got this story right, to make sure that we cover it in the best way that we possibly can. And I think I found it. Is it here? Nope, that's not it. Let's see. I'll find it here shortly. It's crazy trying to find everything at the very last second. Don't mind me none. Don't mind me none. I'm floundering. I'm floundering. Let's see. Let's see. Videos. That's what I'm looking for. This one here. So this is it. So we've sort of held off on quite a few of these. Held off on quite a few of these for a while. Shizzy expert. Yeah, just I'm actually a little bit better, I think. I might need coffee. No, probably need more alcohol. That's what I need. See, look at that. Look at that. I got like this. I need to get a haircut is what I need to do. I've got this like wing that's sticking out here. I just do this number. Just look like a mad scientist. So I told you guys were going to be getting some what the hells tonight. I told you you're going to be getting some of that tonight. And it's a coming. It's a coming. So you guys ready? Here we go. Oh yeah.
John Crook's arrest warrant in my hands. Levy County Sheriff have finally released it. And you're not going to believe what it says.
See, this also keeps a lot of the trolls away. So you guys get to see it. Oh, yeah.
I just flashed that arrest warrant for you. You know, karma just keeps getting me. Karma, chameleon. And he listened to what Levy County Sheriff and the judge in Levy County have to say about this piece of property. And it goes on to say parcel ID jointly owned by, wait, hold a second, jointly owned. Wasn't it these individuals who keep filing paperwork in the courts stating that they have no ownership of anything whatsoever? And yet here we have on the property appraiser's website that it's jointly owned by Lynette and Crook. Interesting, huh? Okay, Levy County Property Appraiser has the property as vacant. Why would it be listed as vacant? Because they're illegally living on the property. They have expired building permits. They have expired extended building permits. Ooh. They can't get another one. They're illegally on the property, illegally living in a shed. Illegal. And I can keep going on and on. But the property contains 2 travel trailers. Remember, one was Lloyd's. A metal barn building, 2 sheds behind the travel trailers. Yard is overgrown in spots with miscellaneous items strewn throughout the property. And they took pictures of all of this. Yes, I'm going to show you the pictures of the filth. And if you think it's bad, it's 100 times worse as of filming this today. And it goes on to say the front of the property facing North Otter Creek Avenue has a field fence across the front with sheets of metal in different areas and on the top. The driveway, you would think that would have a futon gate. Nope, it has a piece of field fence across the entrance that's attached to a pole. Oh boy. And what does Lynette have to say to all this? If you didn't think these two were pathological liars yet, you will after you view all this.
Here it comes.
Look at all the comments. I gotta make it better that I can have bubblegum Can get make it better next I get all up.
What? She's a feeding tube. Oh yeah. She can't have gum. You can't have gum? Yes, she has gum. No bubble gum? It up. Well, that stinks. Where's that? In the bathroom by where he's at? No, it's in my fridge. Okay. On Sunday, they had 2 board members from Otter Creek.
They don't really have a building inspector or a code enforcement bureau.
George, Martha Lewis, everybody met up at the rehearsals and waited for this whole thing to go down. And they admitted it.
Just gotta take it over on this word though when you grab it out. That way it doesn't look like we.
Oh no, the face is killing me. Yeah, well.
I don't want you in the picture. Yeah, anything she takes pictures of could be public record, and we don't want to take a picture of you, the child.
Right. I mean, my kids can even tell you. Hills.
Okay, hold on. Where's it at?
In my dresser.
In the dresser, okay. Kind of guide me over without you actually having to grab it.
I have to. It's locked in my dresser.
Okay, well, let's step over there. And don't grab it out, just kind of point to it whenever we get it up, okay? That's the bubble gum?
I'm doing this and protecting him from his alcoholism. I'll take the gun, take both of his guns away because I don't want. I'm done with him. I'm sick of fucking Hales. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of all of it. He's killing
Wow.
my family.
That is so interesting. So she's sick of John. She's sick of the Hales. She's sick of all of it. She's got no voice left. That poor child is sitting there trying to get attention, just having a conversation, just being a kid. And it's almost like a purse or something to her. Like the child is just completely ignored. Sort of sad. How dare anybody call me while I'm watching Shizzy? It's so rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd redact a lot of this.
Let's get a knife. It's too humid.
I have a closet. It's a puppy.
You have a closet?
Yeah. It has brands and puppy. I got this in my storage set. How I lived when I was first born.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. This is Florida. This is where we live in the Florida.
Didn't have to be from the sides. The lock is open. It's too humid.
Mama has grandkids.
This is a war.
I choked on chips.
And then we don't want to eat them. I can grab something big enough to hopefully pry it open.
Yeah, so these are the police evidence photos that they're showing here. Now these are what her little voice is adorable. Absolutely, Tammy. The kid is starving for attention. Well, and kids always will starve for attention. And you're also catching this at a spot where she's probably stressed. Lynette's probably stressed out because the police are there and they're asking her questions, and she's frantic and she's flustered and she doesn't want to pay attention to the baby. That happens. That happens. But this is what the area looks like that they're living in.
Go out, Mom. Can I go get her to my kids? Yes.
Now, it could be that she's cleaning up at during the day. This might be just her cleanup procedure. I don't see how, but could be. Could be that she's just straightening things up right now. And I mean, you notice, this doesn't look too bad here. I mean, it's crowded going into the trailer. I can see where it could become more and more of a problem. This is why if you live in a trailer, you don't collect things. I mean, that would be not what you're trying to do. This is not a replacement for a home.
What's bigger than
You got some work gloves. I mean, a lot of this just looks like regular maintenance stuff. I mean, you got some duct tape, you got some work gloves, you got some sort of shovels or prunes, and some sort of cook pot that I don't know what the hell they're using that for, but it looks like just a lot of tools sitting around. I mean, you've got garbage through here, but I don't know what all that's entailed.
There we go, Miss Lynette. Bring it over here. Yeah.
That's pretty nasty.
Miss Preston, we have it over here.
I mean, that does not look like anybody could possibly live there. Don't open the pot. It doesn't look like anybody could possibly live here at all.
I'll try to get this key out for you.
It's all right, just leave it in.
Okay. Do you mind if we grab them out?
Grab them.
So it looks like they do wash dishes in a bucket. I mean, it's odd, but okay. Wash dishes in a bucket. They've got some dirty dishes around. There's Lynette's like pink Stanley cup that she likes to suck on the straw, and looks like they've got some sort of tins holding stuff, and looks like that could be bottles of soap maybe, or mouthwash, or I don't know. I mean, could be anything. Could be just, bottles filled with black dye or the blood of, of an alligator. I don't know what these things are. I mean, it just looks like a very crowded space in a little tiny trailer.
Okay. Again, you can withdraw consent at any time.
I mean, you have to understand there's not a whole lot of space in these things. I mean, if you ever been in an RV, this is the size of a small RV. I mean, we're like this is not even the size of a double wide. That makes sense. I mean, if anybody knows a little bit about, mobile homes, like you got double wides. This is like single lane. This wouldn't fit very many people in there. You don't have a whole lot of room on either side of it. You've got a walking space down the middle, and then you'll probably have like a bed area. You'll have a little kitchen area and possibly a little dining area to sit down at. I mean, they're just very cramped up. They're made for short-term living. Like taking a vacation. You could easily stay in one of these if you're taking a vacation, or if you lived here for a long term, which people do those kinds of things. That in that bottle is mouthwash. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe it's all mouthwash. I don't know. It could be coffee. Maybe it's just, coffee that's been put away for a little bit. Bottles for the kids to get into. I don't know. It looks like they got a little water purifier thing right here over, on the side there. It looks like something that, holds water, or I don't know why you put garlic on top of it, because I think you'd want to pour water into it. But I mean, just looks cluttered. These things aren't meant for long-term living.
Nope, I want it over.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, I mean, he's got dishes, or I'm assuming this is Crook's place, and he's got stuff stacked up in there. I don't know why he would have sippy cups, but okay. I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
They knew. Their fears. Did not pull the gun.
Yeah, so he's got a bed right next to the kitchen. Okay.
They used that incident to set him up. They sent that guy to do this. It's all on that life.
So, kind of go through and tell me what happened that day.
I mean, he has cleaning supplies of some sort. You got some cleaning supplies right here. I think this is where they were sitting whenever they were doing all their filming. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything.
That set was set up all the stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said it's John's place.
John called me.
Yeah, so they've got, looks like he's got a little bit of bread and it looks like there's laundry being done. There's folded towels at least. I mean, I'm assuming that this is some sort of Keurig or something, and yeah, that looks like the place that they were sitting down and doing their Zoom meeting. So, it was cleaned up. They could have just been folding clothes that day.
Called me. I didn't answer.
What time is this?
I have to look on my phone. I don't know.
So right this roundabout.
I don't know. Right after it happened, within minutes. Okay. John texted me and said, this just happened.
What did he say?
It's a mixer.
It's on the text.
Okay.
He said the incident without the gun part.
Okay.
He said
Well, that looks like an air rifle. Yeah, that looks like an air rifle right there. So this that you're seeing right here, that looks like an air rifle. Yeah, that's a really odd looking piece. That looks like an air rifle. You know, baking soda to help kick, you know, make sure the odor doesn't build up too much. Got some padlocks, you know, to make sure that you can, you know, lock things up.
The guy had drove by filming, but then he drove back by filming. He said,
So, your friend sold his home, most of his belongings, lives by himself in an RV, traveling the country, visiting everybody he was stationed with, but his RV is clean and organized. Yeah. In a small space like that, you have to stay very clean and organized. You live very minimalistically. You don't own a lot of things. And I think it's hard for, she sounds like she's about to have a heart attack. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. If you're living in this kind of condition, you have these kinds of conditions, you don't own things. You don't collect things. You basically are living out of a suitcase kind of thing. I mean, you have enough shirts and clothes to get you through the week or through the day. You know, you don't have, you know, a whole bunch of mementos, except maybe a couple of pictures that like mean something to you, but you don't have a whole lot of items here. Like they've turned these two places into basically outdoor bedrooms that, you know, go between the two places. And it's a little difficult to understand why you'd want to do this to yourself.
and something to John yelled back, "Shut up, Maggie, go away." And then the guy flipped it in reverse. Yep. And John thought the guy had a gun. Okay. Or that's what he said to me. That's all he said at first. Then
Yeah, see, that looks like that looks like an air rifle. Yeah, that I'm pretty sure that's an air rifle. Because this little spot right here, it looks like that's where the barrel breaks. So this has a barrel break in it. What it does is it actually pumps air into it. Tom Gillis, what is up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, this is an air rifle right here. So whenever you see this, this little thing right here has a break in it. It bends. Yeah, that's an air rifle. Like some sort of daisy or something. I'm trying to see. Maybe I could zoom in on it. It's hard to do with this, but nope, I can't zoom in. But yeah, it looks like a air rifle.
later, after I got home, the next morning, it came out. I went and looked in his closet. Because he told the sheriff when the sheriff came out here, the gun was gone.
I can't really tell by the name on there. But yeah, I'm positive now that that's an air rifle.
Yes.
So
I think it's sold or something.
So I went and looked. He didn't. Okay. So I took the freaking gun away.
It was in his closet, like in there?
Yeah, it's a Gammo. Okay. Yeah. I'll show you exactly what that thing is. Pellet. I'll show you exactly what that thing is. It's yeah, it's a break barrel air rifle. Most likely, if I had to guess, it's this one right here. Yeah, if I had to guess, it would be this right here. And I don't speak Spanish. Why do you keep asking me shit in Spanish? Share this tab instead. So this is it right here. Okay, it comes with a little rifle, and it's got a break barrel on it. So this barrel like breaks open, like cocks down, and then it cocks back up, and it loads a pellet in there. You drop one in each time, and you use this to like get rid of varmints and stuff like that. And they've got different versions of it, but that's, you know, basically what you're looking at right there. That's all it is. Yeah, it's just an air rifle. Like nothing abnormal there. Hunting rabbit could be hunting for dinner. Could be hunting for dinner, but that's all it is. Yeah, it's just a air rifle or break barrel rifle.
Okay. So I took it out and I locked
Good
it up.
seeing
And I
Tom
told him,
Gillis.
"Get
I feel the
That's it.
kisses.
Not having any accusations. Not having nothing.
Yeah.
So I took him away.
What was your thought process with taking him away?
He wouldn't get in there. He said, it's raining right now.
Got some diapers in there.
He's
and-
taking a toll on John. And he's terrified of the hails. He's terrified of this
What
constant
was your thought
setup.
with taking the gun from him?
He drinks.
Well, so okay, he's made do with what he has. He's got looks like coloring books and books for kids, some pencils, some colored pencils, but he's made good use of the plastic containers, those milk containers. That's what you used to buy, like gallons of milk. You buy 4 of them at a time. Sometimes you find like colas in them and stuff like that. Looks like a swell domicile to me. Game over.
All day long, every day.
What was the concern?
I didn't want that to happen.
Oh, look, he even has air blowing across for him. So he's got some air. He's got a little rechargeable battery. He's got a little flashlight so he doesn't trip as he's going out to go wee. He's even got a little bit of his rub right there, or some sort of spice for his food, and a little stick for drum. He's got a little stick for drum.
Again, if he said he had to have done it,
Yeah. So
it had to have been true.
So tell me what he tells you about what actually happened. It's not. Tell me what he actually
He
said.
did, and later
Yeah,
he
like-
said
So this looks like another bed in the place.
that he had the gun. He always carries his gun in his pocket.
Yeah, and it's
He
your
said-
property. You can.
Right. He said he was behind the tree. He had been fixing the stereo, which is absolutely every time you turn it on, you have to go to it.
Yeah.
He was, stop trying to get away from me. Stop trying to go in here.
Yeah, so those are 38 special, something that you'd use for a 357. So basically, you can load those in a 357. Yeah, those are just rounds, and you can't really tell. There may not be anything in them.
Sit down. Go sit in there.
But it looks like he's got his love lotion right there. See, got a little bit of love lotion. So whenever he's feeling frisky, he can just whip out his love lotion and go at it. Here's where she throws John under the bus. Should take any light off of her. Well, and he's got his love lotion right there. He's got his little spanking paddle right there. His little. And if he feels frisky, he can play a guitar. And you don't know where that stick has been to wear off, like on the end right there. But hey, maybe he's just got dry skin. Maybe he just has dry skin.
Stop trying to get away from
So
me.
he was fixing.
So he paid $30 for those 38 special Full Metal Jacket 158.
Stereo in the
Trying
garage.
to fix the stereo in the yard. The car went by this way, filming, which we're a circus.
Yeah.
They invite people over.
Yeah.
They turn around. Willis says there's the nasty neighbors. Gives them a story about us. Then they go about their little street show.
Yeah.
So the guy goes
They are
by and
nasty.
he yells something at him. Turns
Getting
back
used to
around.
it
John
for
says,
prison.
"Go away, maggot."
Well, I don't think he's going to
And the
prison.
guy pulls forward and then hits reverse.
Okay.
And John said he reversed it on the text message.
Okay.
He said
Okay, so he's got a rifle in the corner. Nothing wrong
he
there.
reversed really quick, and when you get your gun, you have the gun in his hand. So John said he pulled the gun out of his pocket. That's all he told me. He didn't say he pointed it at him.
He said he pulled it out of his pocket.
Pulled it out of his pocket. He said, but then he retreated. John retreated from the tree into the chicken coop. He backed up into the chicken coop and put himself in the chicken coop because he thought that guy was going to shoot him.
Did he actually see a gun, or he said he
Didn't
got
know.
it in reverse? And why did he say he thought that he had a gun?
Because the guy had the window open. He had unrolled his window and had his hand out the window so John didn't know whether it was a phone or a gun.
Somebody likes them
All he saw was
chocolates.
something dark.
Kettle corn.
And I believed him because we get it every freaking
He's got
day.
a gun safe right there. He's got his remote controls.
Kidnap her, kill us.
After John goes to the chicken coop, what did he say happened?
The guy drove away.
And then what happened?
John texted me immediately.
So he's missing one round out of the bunch of 38 special rounds.
I was at the flea market getting my booth ready. So I finished and I came home. The next morning, the sheriff came. That's when the sheriff asked him, and he said that he sold the gun.
Yeah.
That's when I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
So I
Because you knew
Got his work boots outside.
Okay, so you knew something was wrong, so what happened then?
I went in the closet, got it, and I hid it when he was out of his
When
room.
you say closet, you said beside the bed.
There's a closet.
Okay,
There's
it's a
a
closet.
closet. He keeps it in his
Okay, so you hit it. Did he know it was in the shed? Okay, so you hit it, and what happened after that? 'Cause at some
Two-cycle,
point,
no,
when
that's
did
a
he tell you
freezer
what happened?
pack.
Then after the sheriff left that day, and I noticed.
So that right there is I have to look at it a little bit closely, but it's basically looks like part of a lawsuit. State of Florida versus Lynette Preston. Yeah, it looks like it says the state of Florida versus Lynette Preston. That's what it's saying right there. Talking about what I want to know is what they did with Lloyd's guns. They have not been accounted for. Well, that isn't Lloyd's place. That one there is not Lloyd's place.
The gun was gone.
That I know
That's when he
of.
told me.
Okay.
He told me everything that happened.
How soon after
Maybe
the
it
sheriff
is.
left did you find the gun?
Look, they even have ramen noodles, peanut butter, and some clean orange stuff. I mean, apparently the deep freeze doesn't work because they've got it unplugged. You know, they've got electrical outlet laid right here. So you got electrical outlet. You got some cutter to keep the mosquitoes away. You got your Moon Chan foods. You got some peanut butter that's been out here for who knows how long. You got some orange cleaner. Looks like, you know, you're trying to get the thing to work. You kick a few times, dent that little son of a cup right there. Hell, it might even have a little bit of gummy worms in here, and looks like some sour cream or something like that in a little dish. That just does not look like a happy place to be. Just saying.
I went looking for it right away.
So as soon as they left, you found the
They
gun.
said they found
Well,
these
not
guns.
right away, but after John told me.
There is a lot. What? Oh, okay. Put it away after John told her. Looks like they got a little fan. Oh, they even have a place to, you know, that looks like something was growing on here. I think that's a food dish. I mean, I guess if you leave it out, you know, you need the cutter to keep the mosquitoes away from you. Plus, you got some little crock pot or something like that over here. I don't know. This just looks miserable living conditions for a human.
I waited till he got good and drunk, and he was no longer in
Same
here.
day?
I can't even remember what day it was. I can ask the kids.
Was it the following day or the same day?
I think it was the same day.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So he got good and drunk.
But
that gave you an opportunity to.
John has threatened.
Wow. That's a cramped little space right there. That is a cramped little space. It looks like they don't wash their clothes. They just throw them out here.
My mother. At times when he's drunk and he gets mad at me,
Yeah.
he will call my mother and tell her he's going to kill her or do something stupid. Because he's a mouth. John's a mouthpiece. He's not a physical beater.
I'm sure the alcohol doesn't help him out.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's been raised as an alcoholic. He's been an alcoholic his whole life.
Yeah.
I have his ex-wife in a bottle in my shed.
What?
I have his ex-wife. He belittled her, humiliated her, abused her until she couldn't eat anything anymore.
Yeah.
They got divorced, but she never could recover from his abuse.
Wow. She just said that? Whoa. Like, I've got his ex-wife in a bottle in the shed because he used to belittle her and just talk her down and call her garbage and until she just gave up the ghost. Ah, imagine the bugs. I don't have to. I can feel them.
She got alcohol and drugs.
Okay.
So, I'm afraid.
Do you think it's possible he could have pointed that gun over there?
I don't believe he did.
I mean, with him being drunk and silly?
I don't believe he did because he never points the gun, just like the last incident.
Well, that one's not loaded. Well, it could be loaded, but there's no magazine in there. That one could be loaded.
He didn't he didn't even have the gun in his pocket. The first incident, which was months ago, a year ago, okay? He walked around here.
Well, that's an air pistol. I have to back it up a little bit, but I think one of those is an air pistol. Might be. Can't really tell. No, that could be something.
Which was months ago, a year ago, okay? He walked around here. His knees were both still bad. One had cement in it. And he walks over here and he went like this. His arm went up. And as he does that, Hale snaps the shot.
Yeah.
So get a still picture. That's what
the
they
picture
were,
he posted or whatever.
that's what they were hoping would happen this time. They knew that John carries a gun. They knew that if they stopped and screamed at him.
Why not? If you know the stuff's going on over there, why not tell us what happened? Because that seems like it would help resolve some of it.
Because John,
Like, we're not blind to the fact that there's some other stuff.
John is a liar. John,
Well, that thing's been old and beat the hell up. That thing is beat all to hell. That right there is a 38. This thing will kick the snot out of you. CPS and cops have mandatory reporters have been there and nothing has happened. Well, and that's up to them. That is up to them. I mean, it really is up to the officers how they want to deal with this. I mean, you can call the officers out for it. They may have a duty, but they also may just say this is not abnormal. You don't know what was going through their mind at the time. Yeah, it could be. They might think that it is safe for a child. So, see, you've only seen inside of John's trail. I don't think you've seen any pictures inside of hers. Hers could be immaculate inside. Absolutely could be. Yeah, it looked like it could be a 45 or it could be a 40. But that looks like a 38 special. Smith & Wesson makes one like that, and it's a hammerless, which is a really interesting piece. So you don't have the hammer that sits up on it. But my hand wouldn't be able to hold something like that. I have my hands are so big that something like that would just I wouldn't be able to hold it.
is a, what do you call that? He's a narcissist. Just like Hale's. Not one thing that comes out of Hale's mouth is truth. Not one. John's the same. He's absolutely the same.
Yeah, it's a Smith & Wesson hammerless.
To cover everything up. He'll always lie. Never tell the truth. I do not believe with him for 1 minute that he pointed that gun because he never does.
Yeah,
he never does.
Based on the past history, he hasn't.
Right.
Okay.
And he taught those children right there, gun safety.
Yeah, it's a 38. That's
Well,
what that is. It's a 38 special.
Look at is he pulled a gun. He
But it's really dirty. That makes you worried. And oh damn it.
On it. Crooks arrest warrant.
Sorry about that. Ooh. So whenever they were showing that, let me get back to it. So all this right here, and I'll point it out, all this sand right here that you've got all over the place, that's not good because that means you're getting sand down in the barrel. That can cause like serious problems. And then you've got all kinds of like rust built up on it here. This is just poor maintenance on this thing. It looks like it's been drug across the ground a few times, probably been tossed a few times, thrown at people, whatever. This thing's gone through abuse.
Their gun safety, well, one of them from this
here's
big.
what we have to look at is he pulled a gun. He brandished it, and
It stands your ground.
Yeah, that could be a 40 caliber, but it could be a 45.
I understand, but when we come and we say, "Hey, what happened?" and that hurts.
I know
the case
that.
a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think that's a 45. Is that a Glock 17 or something like that? I don't know.
You're going to discredit anything
I
they
had
say
it
that
out with him.
provides credit to the other person, right?
I'm sure. Hey, Balin, get on your.
Yeah, see, that's just nasty down in there. How can you get a magazine in that thing whenever it's all jacked up like that? And that
Did I not
sucks.
have it out with John about what he did? A lie. Never mind. I want Landon. I
It's
told the truth.
inside of a car, it looks like.
I know you didn't point it. Landon.
Busted all to hell.
Let's do this. I don't want to talk to him separate because here's what I don't want to happen.
I'm not going to give him nothing.
I understand, but someone could say, right? Someone could say he's just repeating what you're saying. So
Okay.
how about I do this? How about I talk to Landon separate from you? That way, no one could ever come back and say,
Right.
well, Miss Preston's just saying this to him. She told him what to say.
Landon. I'm
Just
only
tell
gonna
him
say
to
this.
be the truth. To tell the
Landon,
truth.
I told them the truth. So
There's her
John having the
infamous
gun. Can you talk to him?
Free
and tell
phone.
him what
Okay,
happened?
let's
Yes,
talk
he did.
away from Miss Preston, okay?
Yes, he did. Tell the truth about why I hid the truth. Just telling the truth.
I fucking know. All I know
is
he
had.
I didn't go ahead and.
I know he didn't pull. That's all I knew.
But what's your name?
John always carries his gun though. Everybody here already. I gave them.
Yeah, hey, Preston. Is Preston?
Yeah.
Let's step for Landon? Okay. So tell me what you know.
Basically, we were on the road. Her phone starts getting blown up. She answers the phone. John's like, "Hey, yo, there was such and such somebody who pulled the fuck up, and they're screaming, yelling." I started screaming, yelling. They whipped out something out of their car at John. John swore up and down. He goes, you know what a fucking phone looks like. He goes, it really didn't look like a phone, but I can't tell what it was. He goes, so he ran around the side of the house, because first he was hiding up behind this tree right here, and then he ended up dipping out behind the house, and then he was sitting, you know what the coop is? Have you seen the coop yet?
Yeah.
Little tiny, small ass coop, yeah. He went and was hiding behind that or whatever the hell, because he thought they were coming back and forth with a gun, because they drove down the road, then they shot back in reverse, and they were screaming profanities and shit like that. And I mean, he was.
Were you here during any of that?
No.
So you're getting what he's telling me.
Well, a little bit. Plus, he was also on the phone as we were hearing. Like, we heard some yelling and shit.
What did he tell you about pulling a gun out?
About that.
He's just telling you.
Gun on my kids, I'll be yelling
I know about
too.
that, about the gun shit. Like, me honestly, I just whenever they talk about certain things and it involves tails, I'm just kind of like.
Okay, so you don't know nothing about him pulling a gun out.
I was like, of what I know, he didn't pull a gun. I know that he was like, he thought there was a gun pulled, but I know he said he didn't. I guess she's saying he did. But
he's saying that he did, I believe.
He's saying he did?
Yeah, so.
Maybe he did? I'm not too sure on that part. All I know is he said something about going behind the house, but John always carries his gun. So, I mean, he has...
So you overheard a phone call that he basically says someone showed up, he thought that there could have been a gun, he didn't think it was a cell phone, and that's it. Okay, all right, cool.
Couldn't see.
Let me grab your information real quick.
Grab it.
Loads.
Crazy.
What's your name?
Landon Preston.
Landon?
Landen.
D-E-N.
Yes, sir.
Preston?
P-R-E-S-T-O-N.
And what's your date of birth, Landon?
11/22/05.
11/02/05. And you have a good cell phone number?
No, I don't.
That's fine. And you live out here?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, man.
I got anger issues. I just messed with you.
I'm not even sure what's the most concerning thing of everything I just saw and everything I just heard. We've got everything from the filth and the squalor everywhere. Illegal living on the property. The sheriff deputies taking pictures.
What's that? How does a random family on the road have anything to do with the Hells act like Jeremy hired a family to harass them? No, because here's the thing. Imagine this. All right. What are your chances, Puddletown, of being in Florida? Being in Otter Creek, of all places, or being nearby Otter Creek. And just imagine families on vacation, they're traveling through, and they're just like, hey, I followed this guy, Jeremy Hales. Let's go by and see Tubetown. Let's go by and see Tubetown. Let's go swing by Jeremy's place. Go visit this place that I've heard so much about and see if it's as bad as people really say it is. Don't know Jeremy from jack squat. So they turn down the road, they pull by, they see the Tubetown, they're just like, ooh, cool, let's get some pictures. And then they look over and they see the turtle torture chambers, the sanctuary, and you say, you know what? I think I'll donate something to it. I sort of feel bad for this lady. I'm impartial to it. And they say, hey, I'm just going to go toss some love over here to them, to their donation box. They go over to the donation box and some dude pulls out a fucking firearm on you. What do? What's the first thing that you do? Or you see them and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to film this because I'm not sure what this guy's going to do. Who knows what happened? I wasn't there. I'm just supposing of what might have happened. He's got a Fender Squire bass. I'm trying to tell if that's a jazz or a P bass.
Pictures of it all. Easy access to
It looks like a P bass.
firearms, ammo as well. Right next to children's books. Ammo literally right next.
Yeah, that's a P bass. So that's a Fender Squire precision bass. It looks like a short scale too. Yeah, it looks like a short scale Fender Squire P bass. He's got a lot of guitars. I want to say something. However, I won't. I understand.
to children's books. We have lack of development with speech, major issues there, which only therapy is going to correct. And that's a 5-year-old. Can't even get the words out, but can get the word crackhead out, which is another concern because she's learning this from her environment and the environment in which Lynette states that a pathological liar who never tells the truth about anything is constantly always with strong drink, who has access to firearms, who, oh my goodness. I mean, it's just
okay. I have, I have to challenge Jeremy on that. I mean, I have access to firearms. I have access to strong drink. I just don't do them both at the same time. Just saying. I keep my firearms locked away, safe at the bottom of a river. All found in storage units. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, some of these are cheap instruments. Like that Fender Squire, I mean, you could find it's been decades since I purchased one, but you used to be able to find those things in pawn shops for, $100, $200. Pretty inexpensive. It's a Japanese made Fender Squire that's not made in America, or it might have been made in Mexico. If it's really old, you might have found it made in America, but you're not an antisocial psychopath. How do you know? Damn it. I'm just an artard. No, it's no, I'm not. That is one thing. I do practice safety. Like here's a perfect example. We have family that comes in town. They have children, and there's no access granted to those children. And that's by request of their mom. Now, I grew up with my grandparents. They had, shotguns and rifles, and they all would sit in corners of the house, and they'd be in various places throughout the house. And you just knew you don't touch that. Guitars are on display in his house in Ohio. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
This goes on and on and on. Concerns outside of the property and this report, there are people funding this behavior. Throwing money at this behavior is never going to fix it. The money thrown at this behavior is going to find itself in the same condition, in the same circumstances of everything else that's already been thrown there. There's been plenty of research and studies done on those who are living off of assistance, which keeps them on assistance, which keeps them in this patterns. Life changes never happen. Funding it is not the answer. Let's see what Crook had to say for himself behind the officer in the back of the sheriff deputy's patrol car.
Gotta bring the pain medicine with. Okay. Mila, go home. What kind is it? Oxy. Should have helped me when I got in.
Yeah. Try to get out there best you can. You have step stool there, I can get you up. There you go.
I'm glad I'm sitting on the cuffs.
Yep.
Ow.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Coffee or...
Hold on. I gotta blow out my nose.
Please don't put them up there.
No, I wouldn't do that.
That's what I said. Thank you.
I'm not disrespectful.
Crank the AC up for you.
Can you leave the door open so I can breathe?
We're about to go, so I'm going to crank the AC up. I'll roll the window down a little bit, okay? Hang on.
I'm already hyperventilating.
All right, watch your knee.
That sucks.
Gloves sensor, Nelson.
This is bullshit. Tilly, Mila, go home.
Oh, yeah, that is. I don't like that.
Yes.
Don't forget my medicine.
Oh, no, he's doing it now.
I don't like that. This would really suck, but he's also sort of put himself in this position. And yeah, I don't have any desire to watch any more of that. That sucks. That really sucks for him. I mean, but of course you F around, you find out. That's sort of what happened with John there. It is crazy to say the least. It's absolutely crazy to say the least. And here's the thing. If you're going to screw around, you're going to do dumb things. You have to expect that dumb things are going to happen. It's not abnormal. It's not abnormal for you just doing dumb things and dumb things to happen to you. All right, let's see what else we got here. See if we got anything else that I wanted to see on this next one. Looks like there's quite a bit of... No, I can watch that at another point in time. Turn that into another point in time. I don't have to carry on with this one. It is, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that you have these kinds of things going on with families. What do you want to say, Tammy? No, you leave Tammy alone. She'll say what she wants to say when she wants to say it. It might be that she's going to say something that might not be appropriate on this channel, and she's doing that out of respect. So don't force her to say anything she don't want to say. Well, I will say this week is going to be an interesting week. I will be doing some hail stuff tomorrow. And that's just because I can. So I've got that's it, Shizzy. See, I figured it might be. She puts the mic in a... Shizzy, loved your new zombie song. Well, thank you. That was fun. That was fun to do. Like I said, tonight was mainly about Dolton. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit... Oh, you like the music? Yeah, I do music also. I do music. But tomorrow is going to be covering some of the hail stuff that I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to cover all of it tonight because I don't want to blow my load on that. I'm going to make you guys come back tomorrow and see the good stuff that's going to happen. The hail stuff that came out, you probably already seen it, but I haven't. And whenever I pull it up, you guys will get to watch along with me. Plus, in the meantime, there will be something else. Zombie song. Yeah, you haven't heard the zombie song? Yeah, we got a zombie song. It's pretty good. Let me see if I've got it here. I'm pretty sure that I've got it in my list of stuff here somewhere. Let me see. It's going to be, I think, in this one. Yeah, it's in this one here. I've got the zombie song in here. It's actually a whole video. Here you go. And I've got a new one that I've been working on that's going to come out probably on Halloween. Nice. And I'll come back here in a second. So don't go away. This isn't the end of the show. This is just the video. So here we go.
Attack the zombie.
Yeah, so that's the zombie one. We did that on Sunday Spies. Oh, don't worry, we have another one we've been working on. If you guys are interested, I can give you a little sneak peek of the music. The music part is really good. It's gotten so much tastier. And I've got another one that I started working on, but I couldn't get it exactly how I wanted it. So this is one that I was working on for who was it I was working on this for? I'll just let you guys get a taste of it. How's that? I'll show you exactly what it was. So I had an idea of coming up with something using some lyrics from another song. And what I did, what was the one that I extended it off of? So this is the first part of it right here, I believe. I'll pull this up. And this is what the first part of it sounded like. I think this is it. Yeah, right here. So I like that. I was like, okay, so what can I make out of this one? And so I came up with this right here. I like you. No, that's wrong. No. Okay, that was the one. All right, so I have to create this into a whole song. So this will be part 3, and it's this right here that I completed it with. I think that's right. 3, part 2, part 3. Yeah, that's the one. And create the whole song. Get the whole song for you guys. Theme song for a farting dog with that low spinning bass. Low spinning bass. Yeah. No, it's love that sound. Yeah, it's got a pretty cool sound. And I've got another one I'll have to show you guys in a little bit after this gets done. But I came up with something new that I was just like, oh, this could be good. It just depends if it works out. But this is the whole thing, what it sounded like. Yeah, there's that one. But this is the one that I'm working on a video for. And I'll give you guys a sneak peek of the video just so you can sort of see what it looks like. Here you go.
The moon drips are red, the shadows stretching in the midnight air. There's a scent of death. You wander in with a nervous heart, but I've waited here to tear you apart. When the night goes cold, your pulse slows down. In my embrace, you'll make no sound. One taste, one bite, your mind tonight.
So you like that? Wait till you see the video for it. You want to see what the video looks like so far? So you have to pay attention to this side over here because that's where the video is going to be. And this is what it looks like so far.
The moon drips are red, the shadows stretching in the midnight air. There's a scent of death. You wander in with a nervous heart, but I've waited here to tear you apart. When the night goes cold, your pulse slows down. In my embrace, you'll make no sound. One taste, one bite, your mind tonight. Bound in darkness, lost from light. Turn back, the end is here. Close the screen, no one will hear. Closer, my dear, come take my hand. In bloodbound love, you'll understand. In the vampire's kiss, there's no escape. Feel my flames as your heartbeat fades. In shadows deep, I'll claim your soul and bind you to the darkness hole. The night fall of every sigh, it whispers lost as you comply. My breath is cold against your skin, a deadly game, a creeping sin. Pulse betrays the fear you hide, but I'll take you to the other side. A faint last gasp, a softened plea with every beat you give to me. Crimson lips and endless night, forever cursed, forever right. The moon fades low, the silence grows where shadows dance, your heartbeat flows. Come taste the night, come taste my bite. In endless dark, we'll take our flight. Back to black, but day returns as passion fades and hunger burns. In the vampire's kiss, there's no reprieve. You'll feel the death as your.
So yeah, that is the teaser for it. Absolute teaser for it. That's all you're going to get for tonight on that one, because I've got much more work to do on that one. It's a little chill, it's a little spooky, a little eerie, but I've got more that I've been working on. I'm probably going to work a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. Looks pretty decent so far. I'm hoping that there's another one that I wanted to get done before. It's not going to be Halloween. It's going to be a little more Christmassy. I got some Christmas stuff. Maybe a turkey one that I'll work on. Maybe I should do like turkey zombies. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Like some turkey zombies that, come out, attack. Whenever the creative juices flow, you just sort of have to go with it. But looks like I'm gonna probably end this thing because I do have a bunch of other stuff that I need to take care of tonight, and I'm going to redirect everybody over to the, well, probably send you guys over to Taco Tuesday if you guys are up for that. Show a little bit of love to the expert over there, give him some love, and I'm going to have to jump off of here. Like I said, I've just got a few things that need to be taken care of tonight. Some stuff that I've been working on, especially for tomorrow. I've got some stuff that I need to upload, and when dinner eats you. Exactly. But yeah, it is going to be, I'm trying to do a little bit shorter streams and get them a little more streamlined. And I've got a hope that this is that I to get some really good stuff out for you guys tonight. And tomorrow, yes, as it gets closer to election day, I will be covering more election stuff. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. If you don't like hearing about election stuff. Oh, that was what I was going to show you guys. Before I go, I just wanted you guys to hear something. So how many people do I have in here? I have a few people in here. You guys really want to hear this. Trust me. This is going to be something that's going to sound creepy, scary, and maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. So if you're interested, we'll talk about it tomorrow. You want to hear something really screwed up? You guys ready for this? You guys ready? You ready for something? This is going to creep you out. Now, don't be scared per se, but this should freak you out. This should freak you out quite a bit. You ready? Okay. Listen really closely. Here we go. We'll talk about that tomorrow. You didn't hear it? No sound. Ooh, that's scary. No sound at all? Let's try that again. Ooh. Here we go. Let me bring it up for you. I think this should work here. All right, here we go. There it goes.
Hey, want to hear some fucked up shit? Alexa, who will win the next American election?
The 2024 American election will not take place. There will be no winner. War Powers Resolution of 1973 or the War Powers Act will be invoked by the active war with Russia and China. Once an invoked, the standing party will retain and remain in power.
Ooh,